If you clicked on this video, you're probably trying to figure out how to actually become wealthy when it comes to investing your money. And I know a lot of people don't think that they can become rich, they can become wealthy because they just don't know how to actually start. And it's actually very simple. I'm going to be going over 3 investment strategies that you can follow. And as long as you follow these, you start now, you stay consistent, and you're patient, you will definitely be a millionaire as long as you have the time to actually build wealth. The first investment strategy, most people have this opportunity in their back pocket. Your employer most likely will have a 401k match, a retirement match that you can actually invest money to. And usually when it comes to a 401k match, your company will match up to a certain percent that you put in. So, for example, the average 401k match in the United States is 3%. That means that you can put up to 3% of each paycheck into your 401k pre-tax, and your employer will then match that 3%. So, let's look at an example with actual money. Say your paycheck is $1,000, and you can put up to 3% for a match from your employer. That means that if you want to match and max out your 401k, you would put in $30 or 3% of your $1,000. You would put $30 into your 401k. Then your employer would see that and they would match it, meaning that you're actually putting in $60 for your 401k every single paycheck. And the reason that this is significant, I know some people, some investment gurus will say, why are you using your money into a 401k when you can't even pull it out until you reach a certain age? Well, that's the thing. It's about investing. It's about setting yourself up for retirement. Most people will just spend their money, say, I'll invest later, and then they never do. And then when they get to retirement age, they're really just out of luck and they have to work forever because they never actually paid their future self first. And so that's why a 401k is so important, is because it's free money from your employer first. It's 100% match guarantee that they're paying and putting in for you. But also you're making yourself pay yourself first, and you're being disciplined. And over time, I know $60 if you make $1,000 doesn't seem like a lot. But over time, that will grow substantially, and that snowball will actually roll down the hill having compound interest. It also depends on your employer. Every employer is different. Some are 3%. Some industries are 5%. I even know the oil and gas industry is usually 10% match, meaning that every single time you get paid and you put in 10%, your employer puts in 10%, that's 20% of your salary or paycheck every single month and year that's going towards that. That can be a ton of money. And if you're just going to say, I don't want to invest in that, that's pretty stupid, because personally, I know that my employer will match up to that. And so I can get an extra few $100s per pay period just from maxing out my 401k. Oh, and did I mention it's pre-taxed? And so you'll actually get a tax benefit from that every single year. So if you don't contribute and then you pay taxes, it's actually just lowering your paycheck because you owe more money to the government. So 401k, that's the first boring but super strategic investment strategy that you need to start if you have not already. The second investment strategy, and it's actually the most important thing that you can actually invest in, and that is yourself. Yourself. What do you want to do with your life? What can actually elevate you, take you to the next level to make your income go up, meaning that you can invest more? It's very easy to actually grow wealth when you get more money. That's the first way that you can grow wealth, is to obtain more money. And so if you have to invest in yourself, go get a certification, go get a degree, go get whatever it is that you need in order to get paid more, in order to get a better paying job so that you have more capital to invest, then that is what you need to do. Go invest in yourself. It is the number one thing you can invest in is in yourself. Go grow, go learn, go level up. And that will help you to be able to retire early or make you wealthy because you have more capital to actually invest. Instead of having to cut back your spending, you can have more money and cut back your spending, making it a multiplier to where your compound interest will grow even faster. The third investment strategy that's super boring but super effective: open up a Roth IRA. And why is a Roth IRA so important if you're already investing in your 401k? Well, your 401k is different because that's pre-tax dollars, meaning that when you go and get to retirement, when you start pulling that money out, it will be taxed. You'll pay tax later down the line. Now, a Roth IRA is different because after you already invested in your 401k, you get a net paycheck. A net paycheck means that it's your paycheck after your 401k, your insurance, your taxes, Social Security, everything that comes out of your paycheck, that would be your net pay after everything gets taken out. So now you have net pay. Now, if you just take a percentage of that, 10%, 15, 20%, whatever you can of your net paycheck, and you go invest that in a Roth IRA, that is a post-tax retirement account, meaning that now that can go and grow. But the difference is when you pull that money out, you already paid the taxes now. Your taxes are already getting taken out of your paycheck. So now when you reach retirement, that money is all tax free. So now you have a 401k that your employer is matching. You're getting, this great return instantly, 100% instantly, because your employer is matching. You're also just putting money in pre-tax, meaning that you're getting a tax benefit. And then you're also, after you get your paycheck, you're going to put 50 to $100, back into a Roth IRA. And over time, that will grow. Then when you get to retirement, you can pull from your 401k. You're going to have to pay taxes on it, but it's going to grow a lot faster because more capital is going into that since your employer is matching. And then also, you can pull from a Roth IRA tax-free. So the power of those two together and the power of you investing in yourself, you can be a millionaire. It might take time. It takes patience. It takes consistency. But reaching that level, reaching the mindset of I want to retire early or I want to become wealthy, and knowing these core things to invest in can and will make you a millionaire. Now, I want to tell you one bonus investment strategy, and that strategy is to get out of debt. And the reason I'm saying this, not every debt is a bad debt. There are actually good debts, believe it or not. But the thing about it is, if you have a credit card or if you have a auto loan, and those rates are insane, 10, 15, 20, credit cards go up to 35, 40% nowadays. So if you have a credit card and you have to pay in 40% every single year, or even just 30% or 25, if you're investing your money and you're only in a Roth IRA or a 401k and you're getting a 10 to 12% return, but then you have to turn around and pay 25 to 30% every single year for a credit card, which one's bigger? Is it your investments that's getting 10 to 12%, or is it the credit card that's getting 25 to 30% against you? Yeah, that's right. So the best investment is to get out of high debt, because if not, compound interest will work against you. And so you want compound interest to be working for you in your investments, being able to put that money and then get a return. If you're not and you're in credit card debt or high interest debt, that actually will work against you. And so the best investment is to get out of debt at that point. And that's a bonus. And that's it. That is 3 investment strategies and a bonus for you to actually get wealthy and become a millionaire. It's super boring, but don't listen to all the people on the internet that want you to go and get super fancy with investments, because you don't have to be fancy. You just have to be consistent and continue to invest. Continue to put the money in. Continue, whether the market's up or down, it does not matter. Just keep putting the money in, dollar cost average, and over time it will grow substantially and you can become a millionaire. Now, if you don't know what investing is, click on this video. It's going to go over ETFs, index funds, and mutual funds and tell you the difference in those. If you don't even know where to start, because you don't know how much money you could invest or can invest, then watch this video. It's going to go over a budget technique where you can actually track every single dollar. And if you want a budget template, you want me to make one for you, comment down below that I need a budget, because I want to make those, but I want to know before I put the time in that people want to be able to track their expenses so they know how they can invest, what they can invest, and where they can cut their spending and start saving. I'm Curtis Rylant. And remember, guys, until next time, you can do all things through him that give you strength. Peace.